Hi library friends, are you guys ready to make your embroidered mitten bookmarks? So this is a very simple project if you are very new to stitching. It's just going to be composed of the back stitch. That's the only, and then you get to decide what design you want in your mitten. Mine looks like I'm gonna have some French knots in there, but you can make little tiny crisscrosses instead of French knots. I'll be showing you how to make those. And I drew, a snowflake design, which is also gonna be just some straight stitches for that. So I already got a head start, but I'm gonna show you how to do this back stitch if you need a refresher or you haven't done it before. You start by coming up through the back of your fabric. I am using all 6 strands of floss so that you can see it pretty well, and it should hopefully hide enough of the outline for you. You can use as many stitches as strands of thread as you want. It's just up to you. So I'm going to get started by coming up on the black line and pull it up. And then go back down to where this stitch has ended. Push it through. So you are coming up through the back and you are coming down through the front. And that will be your back stitch. I'm just gonna go around. After we've stitched this, we'll just trim around the edges for our little mittens. You could also stitch your mittens together if you want. You could cut one out and put it behind the other one, and then you would just have one mitten. I don't have any ideas off the top of my head right now what you would do with the string making a bookmark, but I'm sure you can figure it out, and then you can surprise me with it because I would love to see that. That's probably really cute. I'm just going to do 2 separate bookmarks or mittens for this bookmark. So I'm making this quick running stitch around, or back stitch, sorry, using the wrong names. Okay, because my back of my design or bookmark is going to be exposed, I am tucking in my threads in the back and then trimming them instead of knotting them, but feel free to knot. It's up to you. It's just a preference. Okay, so I'm gonna go and finish the outline of this mitten and then come back and discuss how we will be stitching the inside of the mitten. So I've done the outline and the cuff of my mitten. I do want to say, feel free to do any design inside the mitten. You could do some straight lines or leave it blank, or you could completely fill it in with solid type of stitches. I'm going to show you the back now that I finished this, since I don't want to knot it. I just want to weave my tail in throughout my design. I'm going to go back, and this should keep it from getting to be a little undone and loose. A knot would totally secure it, but I just did weaving in. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the silhouette on my other mitten, and then we will attack the design on the inside. Okay, so go ahead and draw whatever design you want on your mitten. You could do a heart, you could do a smiley face, snowflake. Possibilities are endless. You could leave it blank and then use different colors of thread to do a design. That would be super cute too. So I just have these straight stitches to do, and then I'm I'm gonna top them off with little tiny French knots and leave a tail so that I can have it woven in instead of a knot. I'm gonna stop at the center with that, because if I keep crossing over, it'd get really bulky to stitch through. So I'm just gonna keep working my way around into the center. Oh, I probably could have started it in the center and worked my way out even. I think I'm just going to do one stitch for this one. And I really cannot wait to see your finished your project. It will be super cute because you all are super creative. If you do what I did, that's okay too. It doesn't matter to me if you follow my design or not, but I would really like to see them. So email them to me at kpatton, kpatton, at shorewood-troy-library.org. And you don't have to finish these right away, obviously. But whenever you do finally finish them, I would love to see them. So this one's going to be 2 stitches because it's a little long. And obviously this little snowflake isn't evenly. I totally freehand drew it. And that is what's so great about embroidery, is you can just freehand draw any design. So you could use a Sharpie or a ballpoint pen or pencil, depending on how dark your felt is, to make your design. All right, after I get this, I'm going to show you my French knot. If for those of you who haven't done them before, they're not really anyone's favorite, but I don't mind them. So I'm going to pop up through my circle, and then I'm going to wrap around my needle 2 times. Oops, let me try that again. My thread's a little short. Doesn't work so great when it's short. Then I'm going to go down like right by where I came up. I don't know if you can see that. And then push down, and I hold this thread tight so it can make that knot. And I know I'm going to have to tug because the eye of this needle is a little thick with 6 strands. And there it is. I'm going to go over and do this one. Oh, I don't know. My thread might be too short. I might want to get new thread. And then again, wrap around twice. The more times you wrap around, the bigger your French knot will be. Okay. Push it through. And give it a tug. Oh boy, this one is a little stubborn. That's fun, huh? And so that's probably also why people don't really like to make French knots, but I do like the extra texture it adds. So I'm not going to continue with these until I get new thread, because I think the longer it is, the less of a struggle I'm going to have with it. Alright, so I'm just gonna thread my needle again with some more and finish up. Okay, that is done. Went around with some French knots. That would be cute too if you don't mind making them, to do a whole polka dotted mitten. I am going to leave this one blank, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cut these out. So I will just go really close around the edges. I think I won't use yarn for my mittens. I think I'm just going to use the rest of my white thread. So if you have a lot left, you could just use that to connect your two mittens. You actually don't even have to do that probably either. You could probably just have two separate bookmarks if you wanted, or magnets. You could glue little magnets on the back of these. That would be super cute. Oh, I had another idea for the center of the mitten. You could do a monogram. That would be really pretty. Let's see. Oh yeah, that would be cute. You could put like you and your friends' initials on them and give one to your friend. That'd be sweet. So I have these cut out loosely around the edges, and I have that needle with the thread still, and I'm just gonna tie a knot at the end of it for this so that it stays through the the mitten bookmark. So I'm gonna come up through the back. This is where I want to do it. I'm sure it doesn't matter where you do yours. And then I think I'm gonna come up through the back on this one as well. Well, no, I think I'm gonna go through the front so that the knot is on the back of it. So I'm just gonna put my little knot here. Hold on, hope that's not too messy for you guys to see. Oh, well, I want it to be long, so this knot should be closer to the end, but it is not. Sorry about that. So I'm gonna give it a little trim. And now I have my bookmark mittens. So good job, guys. I hope you really enjoyed making those and are surprised how easy these were to make. And if you made some really cool variations too, I would really love to see those. If there's anything you see that's super cute that you would like embroidered and have a tutorial with a kit provided for our future program, please send them my way. I love doing these and I love showing you guys how to do these. So I would really appreciate that. All right. Thank you so much, everyone.